How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back at the end of the review. A little bit of American Blonde Ale time. A little twist. A little spelty twist on it, too. And that is Burlington Brewing Company. It is their Shoemaker American Blonde Ale with, you would have guessed it, Spelt. Got a couple beers dropped on me by a friend, Ed. He owns a little bar in Newark, New York called Eddie's Roadhouse. Awesome place. If you're ever in the Orange County, New York area, go there, tap us off. Some food's great. He dropped off a couple beers. Two of them were Burlington beers. It's been a while, actually, since I've done some Burlington reviews, so it's kind of cool. And it's up, it's not a hoppy thing. It's a little bit outside of their kind of typical hop-forward kind of stuff. Or I assume, being that it's American Blonde Ale, so kind of excited. As far as what it says on the can itself, it says Shoemaker, 5% ABV, American Blonde Ale with Spelt. Burlington Beer Company, that's it. Label-wise, it's okay. I'm usually gaga for Burlington's labels, because they tend to be these kind of hieroglyphic-y, kind of cool pinstripey patterns. This one's more of kind of topographical mappy. I like it. It's cool. I dig it. It doesn't blow me away like the other ones do. But, I gotta nitpick that shit because I'm me. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay. American Blonde Ale, but it had Spelt in it. For some reason, I thought it would come off a little bit darker than it would. And when you're talking about an American Blonde Ale, usually not kind of faced with such haziness. It's coming off very bright yellow. Looks very kind of wheat beer in color, vibrant yellows, with a nice creamy head to it. Super compact bubbles, 2 fingers in size, and yeah, does she look like a traditional American Blonde? No, does it really have a lot of... just the BJCP guidelines, which I can't think of, but, usually you should look at something a little bit clearer than this. Unfiltered is the beer du jour of the last several years, so kind of makes sense. So, let's see if we can get a nose on her. Snort a little foam. Kids, that's how you get it. That's where they put the heroin in the head, but you didn't know that. Super citrus. Over the top, yellow citrus, grapefruit, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of bright orange in there, even a little bit of pineapple, a bit of spiciness in there, but I'm not sure if that's coming from the hop itself or the Spelt. Getting a little spice off that from time to time, a little bit of biscuitiness maybe, but yeah, super citrus. You smelling this, and if you kind of said, okay, smell this, what kind of beer is this? I'd go IPA on it. American Blonde Ale that's hopped up to the nth degree. We're kind of splitting hairs on it being an IPA or not. Maybe. But yeah, it smells like a super citrus-forward IPA. She looks interesting. She smells pretty good. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Okay. Well, it definitely is super hop forward. That citrus doesn't come off as bright, and when I say bright, it doesn't come off. The smell is more like zesty. In the mouth, it comes off a little bit more spicy, maybe even a little bit more sweeter than I thought it would be. But it's still all that yellow citrus. Grapefruit, pineapple-y kind of vibes going on. A little bit of lemon, a little bit of bright orange. Again, I know orange isn't yellow, but that kind of brighter citrus tones. The base actually is not reminiscent of an IPA. It's kind of like a spicier blonde, like almost if you brought back a bit of the maltiness on like a rye, but kind of kept, that spiciness, it's inherent to rye beers. So there's a bit of spiciness to it, a little bit of biscuity malt to it, sweetness to it, that it matches the bitterness. So it's nice kind of playing back and forth off that kind of super citrusy hop. And yeah, I'd be curious to see what they put in here, because it's just super, super, super bright citrus. It's kind of fun, actually. Kind of dig it. It reminds me of another beer I've had, but I can't quite place it. It lacks that body of the super hazy IPAs that everybody covets. Even the ones that aren't super hazy, it's a bit thinner than you'd think. But again, you're talking about a 5% ale as opposed to just a super kind of new school hopped with bits and pieces of who knows what thrown in there to kind of give it a super kind of turbid kind of body to it. It seems like the malt and the hops are in play here. It seems like the yeast is just along for the ride to produce what it needs to produce, and that the yeast isn't really, even a bit player in this one. It's just utilitarian, let's put it that way. Tasty, crisp, refreshing. It's summer. Foots the bill perfectly. Beer's just about a month old. It was canned middle of July. This is middle of August. And yeah, a good beer, a tasty beer from a brewery that, while I've had okay exposure to, it's been relatively limited over the past several months, actually. But to see the different ones I've had from these guys, I've had, the first thing I ever had was It's Complicated Being a Wizard. I believe that was a pale ale. I had a big turbid kind of IPA from them. And the last couple of beers I had was like a strawberry shortcake beer, and now a blonde ale. So it's kind of getting a little bit, outside of that, typical kind of beer range. And it's cool to see them stretch their legs and produce good beers along the way. A lot of people try to get out of their comfort zone and fail miserably. Seems like they're doing a pretty good damn job of it. The succeeding part, not the failing miserably part. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better American blonde ales I've had as of late? I wouldn't really even classify it as that, but for the sake of calling it that, sure. It's just a tasty beer, let's put it that way. Value and availability, don't know. It was given to me, so if someone wants to chime in, that would be pretty freaking awesome. And just leave it with, if you like what we like this. It's somewhere, between a blonde ale, a saison, and a hopped up pale. It lacks a body and yeastiness of those two. So if you kind of strip those of their usually calling card kind of vibes and feels and tastes, and kind of left it with just that malt, specifically a little bit of spicy speltiness, combined with that super citrusy hop. If that's what you're looking for in a beer, that's what you're getting. So tasty stuff, and I feel like summer crushers, it foots the bill, because that's what this is. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers. All four of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice American Pale big Spelty beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.